It's Sunday night and you're about to watch Tarot Nice to Meet You, the show featuring live tarot reading for comedians by, other comedians. Here are your hosts, Carly Smallman and Sarah Isles.
Tarot! Tarot, everyone. Welcome to the show. This is Tarot Nice to Meet You, our live stream where me and my lovely friend Sarah do tarot readings for another comedian, basically chat shit, talk to you guys, and just get through the Sunday night before the week begins, end it on a party. Sarah, how are you doing? What's going on?
I'm good. Yes, as you know, it's been an interesting week. So for those regular viewers, you heard me moaning about my hair last week and getting the roots done. So I decided to dye my own hair, and I dyed it purple.
Hey!
By accident. Yeah, and I didn't kind of realise until the next morning. Smalls and I went for a walk, and I thought, oh shit, it's like purple. And met Carly. She was like, yeah, it's purple, but it's only purple in the sunlight. So that was
all day.
Yeah, absolutely horrendous. But I think I've got it. I think I got it back now. It took a couple of washes just to get it out. But oh my god, what an idiot! How was yours, my love?
It's been all right. It's been quite uneventful. I've been. It sounds very boring. I've been like writing scripts, which has been very fun. And I've been hanging out with this guy. Oh, there's Kev.
Thanks, Kev. Yeah, it's not purple. It's not purple. We're all good.
Yes, you'll remember treated me to a pizza in the week. That was something that happened in the week. I got my pizza from Kev after the Pizza Express debacle. So actually, by comparison, this has been a very quiet week for me because, I'm no longer the face of Pizza Express. Which is, sad.
It was sad. A highlight for me. It really was.
Yeah, you loved it.
I did. No, I did love it. It was quite amusing that they rejected me and then chose you, and then they rejected you, and I was like, well, they've really made us feel like pieces of scum, haven't they?
We were realised by how shit Pizza Express are. Yeah. Bunch of basic bitches. We'd love to know how you guys are doing. Yes. If you're watching, you can talk to us by typing in the comments box and let us know who you are, where you are, what you're up to, how you're doing. And later on in the show, Sarah and I are going to be drawing cards for you. So you can either ask the question, the specific questions such as who's my dream man, or what do I need to do in my career, or we can just draw you a random card and just tell you what you need to hear. So yeah, let us know and we'll do that later in the show. Do a little typing in the old comment box. Sarah, do you want me to draw a card for you?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do the torture of the week. You pull me a card, my love.
I love this. This is the weekly torture because
it is, just to see how bad it gets.
Cards have been getting progressively better and better.
They have.
Worse.
Yeah, I shouldn't really moan. Tarot, Stephen, hello, good to see you.
Stephen, thanks for being back in the room with us. Okay, I'm shuffling. You've had a card that's flipped.
Trumper. All right, let's see.
Oh my god! Do you know what's so funny? I always associate this card with you.
Which one is it?
9 of coins. Didn't you have to do your phone screensaver once?
Yes, I did have that. Oh, bloody hell, good memory. Yeah, I did. Yeah,
it's a nice card. You. So this card is the 9 of coins. You can see a lovely lady in a glam dress looking bougie as fuck in the garden with her coins. And this is the card of, I like to think of it as like the self-sufficiency card. This is the shoes on my feet. I bought it. Do. You're buying everything that you need. You have got abundance all around you. You make your own money. This is financial independence, and also like these luxury treats. Oh, there's my sister. Hello, Lucy.
And yes, the moths did get up my top. Thank you so much. Thank you for that comment. Yes, I can't afford a whole top, so I've just got ones with holes in. Thank you.
You just need a partial top, babe. So yeah, this is your card for the week: financial self-sufficiency, and maybe it's telling you to buy yourself some luxury. Like this for me is the card like excusing my Botox addiction.
Oh.
So, not that I've been able to indulge in that for ages.
I really would love to buy myself some more nice wine because I'm running out of wine. So I think that's the sign. Oh, it rhymes. That I should buy myself some more cheekies. So thank you. Yes, I will. All right, my love. So should we pull for you?
Do me.
Do you? Right, you say when.
Okay. When?
Okay, so this is weird because I think you got this. Did you get this last week or the week before? The Hermit?
Did.
Was it last week that you got it? I can't remember. So this, if people don't remember, so this is like the introspective cards, sort of soul searching, really looking into yourself to try and get answers for things that are maybe bothering you, and just to spend some time on some real self-reflection. And let's be honest. I mean, we don't really have much time for this at the moment, so I don't know how you're going to find the time to do this.
I didn't do any self-reflection, so maybe it's just hammering home the point. Well, I just thought I didn't really need to. I thought
no,
but maybe fine. But also it's a card of spending some time on your own. So
literal hermit. Yeah.
I wonder if that's going to come true. Who knows?
Who knows? None of us know anything. Nah.
Not I, honeykins. I don't know why I found that so funny.
It's quite funny. It's so lonely.
Do you know what, Sarah? I think that spending too much time by myself has basically made me unable to socialise or have normal conversations, which is obviously an obstacle for this show. I just end up being like, not Harlequins, like as if that's totally fine. But I know it's not. But
I mean, it's going to be a real surprise for people like us who do live alone to then suddenly have to be thrown into an environment where we're around people all the time. I'm not really sure how I'm going to handle it. Like, do I still have the skills to have a conversation with lots of people? Probably not. It'll probably be way overwhelming. Yeah.
No, you stand on stage and talk to people for a job. So I wonder how that's going to go.
Oh, well, it won't be till July. We'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, in July. You can all listen to how shit my jokes are then. I tell you who doesn't have shit jokes. Our guest this week. We're very happy to have her here. She is a very, very funny lady. And I hear tales that she's also into some woo-woo stuff too. So perfect. Perfect to have her on. Her name is Jade Adams. Jade, welcome to the show. Tarot.
Tarot, girl.
Tarot.
Oh my God, you've got witchcraft.
Girls, I saw this, that you posted this, and I was like, oh my God, this is the best idea any comedian has had this entire lockdown, which is to do tarot with comics. What a fab idea. Thank you for having me. I'm overjoyed.
Oh, great. Pleasure to have you.
Witchy,
is that an incense stick that you've got?
Yeah, I got given it by this woman. I bought this and she gave me free incense sticks, but it's like a little it's a pair of lips with a fag, and then the fag it's very me.
I love that.
And then that does that. But I've also bought my rocks here as well to like sort of surround me with good energy for the reading.
What have you got? Show us your crystals.
So I don't know what they all are.
Okay.
But I have a rose quartz.
Lovely.
Yeah. I have an azurite. I have some Welsh quartz from my best friend's beach by her house.
Wow.
Okay. I have. Oh shit! I just dropped one. Fuck.
You have an avalanche.
I'm sure that's not a bad sign.
And then she got this one I call the Fortress of Solitude.
Oh yeah, it does look a bit like that.
Yeah,
it really does. I love that one. That's beautiful colours.
Big rocks, babe. Mine are all little, tiny, little, basically pebbles.
Oh, yeah, same. One like that big. I'm so glad I've never shown them on the show now. Because Jane's like,
here's a shit little thing. But it's like, I found this on a beach with a story, and I'm like, I bought this from an overpriced shop in Greenwich. Like,
yeah, for £25.
So she lives in Aberystwyth with her like at the moment she's at her parents. She's my age, but she's at her parents because of COVID and shit. It's just easier for her to be up there, and she collects all sorts of amazing stuff from the beach. Like she's collected loads of driftwood, which she's going to turn into like things that people put in their houses, and it's like a treasure trove. And all of these white Welsh quartz things, they just rock up on the beach. This one was in with my fish for a while, but then it got really, really algae and more than the rest of it anyway. Yeah, but I just thought I'd bring some good energy, girls.
Yeah. I
love a pair of witchy queens, babes. I'm so thrilled.
Oh, thank you. Well, Jade, a little bird tells me that you actually can do some divination yourself. You read palms.
Well, I got a phone call back in 2000 and what year was this? Where was I? What was I doing? I want to say 2007 or 2008. Someone phoned me up and said, do you know any palm readers? And I said, how much is it? And they said 250 quid in Leeds, travel's paid for. And I went, I'm your palm reader, I'll be there. And it was in like 3 weeks. So I basically spent 3 weeks learning like a small amount of stuff for it. But what happened was the most crazy shit happened. So I'm with it. I've been doing loads of people. So I've got like really, really confident, and I'm just saying shit, whatever. Like some witchy people might say that's because like I was at that point radiating, buzzing on a high frequency.
Yeah, the intuition.
Yeah, the intuition was there. I was really there. This guy comes in. No, it wasn't a guy, it was a girl. It doesn't matter what gender it was. A girl comes in, she sits down in front of me, she gives me her palm, and I just went to her, oh, you teach maths? And she went, what? She went, you teach maths? I said, you teach maths? She was, what? Huh? And then I kept on reading, and I went, but you do it. And I was like, but you do it in a different way, don't you? And she was like, what? What's going on? Turns out that and I got this from, and I was like, and then this is the second thing that happened. She was like, oh my God, I teach maths. And then I looked at her hand and she had like a few calluses on her hands there. And I went, oh, you probably do it through something like gardening. I was bang on. She teaches disabled children all about maths through gardening.
Fucking hell. I love that.
Isn't that nuts?
How did you even, Silly, did it just pop into your head though? Or was it, did you hold her hand and how did it manifest though?
I was doing it all day long. I'd been doing it since like 4 o'clock until like 11 p.m. I was pissed. It was midday. I was operating on a higher frequency, girls. And then I just like got it bang on immediately when I was there. It was like one of the most amazing moments. But I just like, I know
stuff. You just know. It just comes out of your mouth even before you've really thought of what you're going to say. It's that sort of, that happened randomly on a live stream we did on Monday. So one of the rounds was that you had to draw your crush from the 90s. And she hadn't even started drawing. And mine just was like Nick Carter. And it was Nick Carter. She was like, I can't even draw it. That's why she hadn't even started drawing.
And because I was saying the name popped into my head as well, but I didn't say it because I wasn't on the same team. And when Carly said it, I was like, it was really weird.
And then I'm a fucking big mouth, blah blah blah. Nick Carter, I'm a psychic. Whereas you were just
she was right.
Yeah.
Well, no, it wasn't being demure. It wasn't my team, and I didn't want you to win. That was infuriating. I was like, so competitive.
You're transmitting your thoughts to the opponent, girl. You got to stop with that shit. So Jade,
I was trying to cloud the judgment.
Jade, now our first round that we normally talk about, which we are already basically talking about, is called brief encounters, where you can describe like weird. Stephen wants to know what your last crystal was.
Oh, I don't. I'll find out from Babs who got it for me. I don't know the name of the blue one. I just call it my Babs crystal. Well, actually, I'll talk about Babs because I have a lot of spiritual. We have a lot of spiritual connection. She and I do.
Oh, I love it. So usually what we do to start the show is we ask you about some mad, like witchy or spooky or spiritual shit that you've ever experienced. So anything from like coincidences to full on I saw a ghost.
Girls, I mean, how long have you got? Because I'm seriously, my life is full of coincidences. It's full of serendipitous moments. Rich constantly, my boyfriend constantly believes that I'm being looked out for by someone somewhere because like perfect little things just like for example, it's quite dodgy to talk about this now because he's been outed recently, but when I didn't know that he was like a huge dickhead, I'm a huge Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan, and I like last year stood on a stage with him and I'd sort of orchestrated that in a weird way within what I was doing there. And I'd said it when I was younger. I was like, I'm going to meet the guy that wrote Buffy, and I said it out loud, and it's not just that, but there's loads of stuff like that happens all the time. Babs, for example, so she and I. So Babs is like super witchy as well, and she and I and she's like really connected to the earth. She does lots of wild swimming. She does like freezing temperatures. She's obviously lives by a beach. She's also a fine artist, but she works with land materials as well. She's very, very connected. When we about 2 years ago, she and I had this huge falling out. It was massive, and we hadn't fallen out like this. It was brewing anyway, but like we had this huge falling out, and we didn't speak for like nearly a year because Jade Adams knows how to cut people off, you know. So we didn't speak for a year because I was so mad at her, and she was mad at me. But this is my side, all right. She can get her own podcast. So
we'll get on next week.
Yeah, we can have
a reunion show.
I think we already know who's coming in the freezer, don't we?
Not Babs. I love her. It's all come back. It's all fine with G and I now. Well, basically, just before this happened for my birthday, she bought me a plant, a money tree, or actually what it's referred to as is a jade plant. But she didn't know that when she bought it for me. And then she went to India, and she went to this chakra thing where she like closed her eyes and like chakras came to her. And basically, I kept visiting her when she was in India. Like she was very, very connected by me. And she kept seeing jade, the color jade, which is green, and it's her heart energy and stuff. It was all very romantic. She got me a few little trinkets, and then she got me for my birthday that same year. She got me this tree, this little succulent. Now we fell out. I am not shitting you. That tree did not grow for a year. Whilst not a single extra bud, not a single extra bit on it. We made friends again the following June. It started growing.
Wow.
Do you think she like not cursed the plant, but like sent some vibes into the plant?
I think maybe sent some like bad vibes, and maybe your plant was absorbing them on your behalf, so that you were still able to kind of get on with it and not feel like crap. I do think that does happen. I'm a firm believer in that when someone is sending you bad vibes, you can either intentionally trap them or something will trap them for you. Like Sarah was talking about putting basil on your windowsill.
Yeah, that's why I have basil on my windowsills. Yeah,
and now I've done it as well, and my house actually feels nicer.
Well, I think that was kind of against your will. I basically had loads of basil plants and was like, take one.
Yeah, put it on your windowsill, or you'll have a horrible life. You feel like everyone hates you.
I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not having any negativity. Take all these basil plants.
Have you ever grown a basil plant until it starts flowering?
No, all of mine are flowered now. No, that's what worries. What does that mean, though? I'm too scared to Google it.
Those flowers are really nice in pasta, just to let you know.
Oh, so you can eat them?
Yeah, if you do like a buttery pasta, a little recipe tip. Just brown up, do your pasta like normal. Brown off the butter until it goes nutty. Stick some garlic in it, and then stick that basil in it. It's and stick the basil flower in it. And then toss that around. You got a nice, got a little lunch there for you.
Or a witch's brew.
Oh,
it's called a
Thanks, Jim.
Correct. Thank you.
Every now and then, producer Jim will just give us information to the screen, which I quite enjoy.
Supports the story. That's a great story, though, Jade. I mean, Did you ever tell her? Did you tell her the story about it?
Oh, I can't hear you.
Oh,
Jade, I can't hear you, my darling.
Oh dear. Okay.
Oh, I'm back.
There you go.
For some reason,
I don't want to talk about this.
I was like,
mute. What I'm saying.
No, for some reason, I accidentally muted myself. I do apologize, girls. I told you I knew I'd be here like right on the dot. I had it all ready and set up. I was so excited.
No, we're happy to have you.
I'm looking forward to the reading. Always do.
Should we do cards? Shall we do it?
Yeah, let's do it. Get it done. Yeah, let's do a reading.
So I was going to say, for those of you who are new watching, although now we have quite a regular little fan base, don't we? So for those of you who watch a lot, then this will be old news. We're going to do, Jade, a 3-card reading. This reading we always ask for, same every week, advice for the week ahead. So what we're going to do, pull 3 cards. We're just going to use each card to give Jade a little bit of insight into either things we should be looking out for, or maybe some stuff for introspection. We only read cards upright, like this way round. We do not read reversal. So if they come out upside down, we just fucking turn them the right way up. Yeah. So I'm excited. Jade, I'm going to shuffle. Shall I do it, Sarah? Or do you want to do it?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm smoking a fag. I've got really witchy.
No,
I just need smoke everywhere. I just need to relax. I'm so excited about this. You have no idea.
You look really cool. Do you know, I still think smoking looks cool, and I don't care.
So do I. I still fancy a man when he smokes. I think it's a really sexy trait. Like, it gives someone the edge. And I'm like, oh, bad boy.
Yeah.
So many people get very triggered by my Zoom gigs because I smoke in all of them. Because you never get to smoke on stage. And I've always thought that was one of the biggest travesties about the smoking ban was cool comedians getting up and having a fag. Yeah, so that's why I do it on Zoom.
I love it. I smoked once on stage at a gig in Prague because you could, but then I realised it was a bit of a problem because I use a guitar in my act. So at one point, I was just standing there with like half a fag still to go, just holding a guitar with like no jokes.
But you looked fabulous, Carly. So I
looked so cool and awesome. It was amazing.
Go get the fags. Go get the fags after the show.
I love it. We don't promote smoking. We just all really think it looks cool as fuck. So
I'm about to have my reading. Don't you go anywhere. I don't want the energies changed.
No, it's all got to stay the same. Good
yourself. All right, I'm going to shuffle the cards. Oh, so weirdly, like a bunch of cards have turned around because I've been playing in my hand. All right, you just say when. Just say stop, and I'll just draw 3 from the top.
When?
Bam. Okay, this is a super interesting reading. I'm going to say first off the bat, because normally we reveal the card one by one. Jade has got 3 what we call court cards. This is really rare to happen in a reading.
Oh,
court cards appearing
I've never seen that before.
I've never seen it like either on the show or in life. So
no, never.
Court cards people find quite difficult to read because what court cards are is they represent actual people that you know, or yourself. You could be one of the people, or they represent like an energy that you may need to embody. When they all come up in a reading together, generally what this means is that they do represent real people. One of them might be you, and in order for the best outcome, whatever your situation is, you need to somehow make all 3 people happy with it. So that's kind of the advice that this often comes up with. And usually your like traits from you might appear in one of these people.
So all of these, so sorry, I'm going to write that down because this isn't just comedy for me. This is also real.
What was it? I don't know no one else has written it down before. I'm a bit pissed off.
Oh God, they don't, do they?
So I got all 3 court cards.
So all 3 court cards. And what we're going to do is Sarah and I are going to describe each person.
Yeah.
So usually in this context, they will be people. If it's not a person, it will be an energy that you may need to embody to move forward.
Yeah.
So
except the court cards have come out now, all 3 together, and this is very rare.
Very rare. I mean, usually when it comes up is you'll do a reading. If you get 1 court card, it usually is representing that person and their personality. So it's and that's when you're like, okay, so this is you. This is like the signifier of you in the reading. But because you've got 3, that's just very unusual. And sometimes it can be like, say, if you're asking, like you do a reading like about a guy or a relationship, you give like card for you, card for them, and then the outcome. Then it makes more sense because you have like your court card, their card, and then the outcome. But for have you and then have 3, sort of like what Carly was saying, that's why I think it's probably best if we read all of them and then try and work out which one you think is you, which you most closely identify to, and then we can work out the others. I think that probably makes sense.
And then you can think, who are the other people? Okay.
Yeah. So this is great though. This is so different. I love this.
No, my favorite thing about all of this stuff is the bit when we interpret it. I cannot wait.
Okay.
It's going to be so fun. Okay. So the first person appearing in your reading is this guy, the King of Wands. Now, of all the kings in the deck, he is basically the leader of those kings. So this is the sort of person who is a really strong leader, like a natural born leader, like a fiery, feisty person who is a person of action. So not the sort of person that will sit around and like, should I do this? Should I do this? It's the person that will go, I did this, and then it'll either be woohoo or oh no. So this is the King of Wands. He is the sort of person. I say he. It might not be a man, Jade. It may be a woman with masculine energy, obviously. It's the sort of person who like delegates stuff to others. So a good delegator of whatever's going on. It's a person who's a visionary. So someone who has big ideas and concepts, and then will kind of farm out the mundane bits to make that happen. Sarah, do you want to add anything else to the King of Wands?
Yeah, so with the King of Wands as well, like with Carly said, because they're like a leader and a visionary, that usually means they have a long-term plan. So it's someone that usually has an idea of wanting to do something and then has a long-term view of how they're going to manifest that and how it's going to follow through. And also sort of quite, in order to sort of occupy that role, they're usually quite charming and quite powerful. So it's just like a very sort of like a charismatic person, very charming person, but someone also who holds a lot of power, hence why they are a leader, because they're able to lead, but also
person as well. This is not a newbie. This is an established person who's got their own life together. So it's not like some like 18-year-old like, I'm going to try this and I'm going to try that. It's someone who's already like established in their life. So yeah, a mature person, like not necessarily in terms of age, but in terms of outlook.
I've written here leader of king. I've got leader of kings, natural leader, actioner, delegator, visionary, long-term planner, charming, powerful, established.
Yeah,
that's it. That's exactly them. Yeah,
I love the King of Wands. It's actually a great card.
That's a great card. So present. It's very like it's there. I'm still in mind. I was very arrogantly going, that's me.
It could be you.
I feel like it could be you, Jade. Oh, you've muted yourself again, babe.
She's like, I'm such a powerful visionary.
I'm bigging herself up. I'm a visionary. I'm a leader. I better mute this for the love of it.
Yeah, this sounds great. I'm just going to mute myself.
And then the best thing was I swore and it was on mute. So and that's always funny.
Don't worry, you can swear here. We don't mind. I mean, this is just screaming to my viewers. So and they're all fucking filth, so they don't mind.
Babes, tiny acorns, mate. This shit is this is a format if I ever saw one before, girls.
I keep saying this. Sometimes I just voice note Sarah to tell her that.
Keep going, girls. This is fucking great. Everyone is. Every woman out there, well, other people are doing it as well, but let's talk about the birds. But all the women are doing this shit at the moment. You are onto something, girls.
Thank you.
I think if we do this for each other just generally over a glass of wine,
of course,
but we're attentive because everyone needs to watch. You know,
it's fantastic, and it's a great idea. I'm all for it.
Thank you, Jade. I appreciate it. Let's find this next person. We have got another wand, the Knight of Wands. Oh. I like to call this guy the Knight of Penises, because this person is like a person with lust, passion, energy. This is like the sexy guy in the deck. Knights are, once again, they're very action driven. Team that with wands, which is the suit of action, and you've got like action. This is a person who's doing stuff. This is like an adventurous person, but on the negative, an impulsive person.
Oh my God.
That sounds like someone's identified themselves.
This one maybe you, Jade.
Because this card also very much as well, Jade, this is the classic act now, think later person.
Yeah.
So they will just go straight in and do something and then be like, oh.
Girls, this isn't me.
No,
you.
It's not you.
But Jade knows who it is.
You know who it is.
That's cool.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Who is it? Or do you not want to say?
It's got to be my boyfriend. It's got to be him. He is.
Jade, I would say as well. This person is also on like a sort of inner love reading. I'd be like, this person's really good in bed. This is someone who likes the sexy time. So, I mean, look, it may or may not be your boyfriend. We won't know. But
it is total filth, Stephen. You're welcome.
Yeah, Stephen, this is a filthy card. That's why I call him a filthy card. He's a sexy.
But there's nothing we could do about it. The cards come up, so we have to talk about it.
Exactly. We've got the King of Penises out. There we go.
Yeah, the King of Penises, the Knight of Penises. So I like the Knight of Wands. Like I always feel like with this card, something's going to happen.
There's also, we should remember whilst you're reading this, it might not be rich either. So keep going.
We should. It depends. We'll know at the end. We'll find out once we've read them all.
Exactly. Sarah,
is there anything you want to add about the Knight of Penises?
Like penises. No, just it is kind of a sexy card. I mean, the thing is the whole sort of act now, and that he's on his horse and he's riding towards it. I just quite like it because it is an action card. But like I said, as it is the act now, think later, which can sometimes be good because it means that sometimes you need someone that is just going to go straight in, get stuff done, think of something, and then just action it. Whereas on the negative side, there could be repercussions that they haven't thought about to start with. So
we
just finding that balance.
From a technical standpoint, we have an echo. So I don't know who that might be coming from. I mean, if you don't mind, I can grab some earrings just to mitigate.
I can fix my side of it immediately.
Okay. I have to go and get headphones if I don't know if it's still going. I think we'll have to talk and see who.
No, here we go.
Here we fucking go.
I think it's gone now, actually.
Oh, there you go. Great.
Oh, so it's one of ours, Jade.
Wow.
I'm so pleased it's not me.
It's all right. I'm very Beats by Dre now. Look how cool
I
this
actually
looks.
really think you look like a DJ now, Jade.
Yeah, she does. She totally
Very
does.
cool. Very cool.
Yeah, but I'd be putting I love you always, forever, near and far, closer together everywhere. I will be with you, everything. Say you love me forever, never. Anyway,
So next course.
Yeah. Don't worry, guys. I'm listening to Bing Bang Bong Sing. That's all I listen to
Bing
now.
Bang Bong, UK hon, Bing
all I
Bang
listen
Bong,
to.
sing sang song, ding dang dong, UK hon.
Okay, last card.
Go for it.
We actually get this card quite a lot on the show. Sarah, here, you can take lead on this one because I've been yammering on. We have got the Page of Cups.
Oh, the Page of Cups. So yeah, actually, this is one that I really like. So again, within the court cards, obviously you have like the pages, then you have the knight, then the queen, then the king. So the page, the reason why I love this one is because it's a very creative card, but also a very intuitive card. And as you can see, you've got the man and the fishes just popping out of the cup. So it's basically about being open to sort of ideas that pop up out of nowhere. But it is a real sort of creativity card and being in touch with the intuition. But obviously the page is like a messenger as well, and it's like the beginning of an idea, so it's in its early stages, so it's not as sort of like forward as the knight, and it's nowhere near as mature and developed as the king. So this, I mean, it could be someone who's a little bit younger, a little bit more immature, sort of early stages kind of things, but it is also like the personality traits are about being open to creativity and just new things, like really that maybe you wouldn't sort of normally think of yourself, that are sort of fresh and new and different, which I quite like.
It's like a curious person, someone who is like new at the beginning of their journey, who's open to all possibilities that may lie ahead of them. Generally, it's someone, I would agree with Sarah, probably younger than you, Jade. This is often traditionally seen to be like a teenage girl, or someone with that kind of youthful, feminine energy. But they're still learning. They're not mature. They're sensitive. In cups of the suit of emotions, so it's someone who is still trying to find themselves and try and sort of understand who they are and how they feel, and they're kind of like a sensitive little soul, really. Someone quite sweet, I think. You
want to pinch their cheek, like, ooh.
Just like a nice person.
With a cup of fish.
With a cup of fish.
With the fish just goes, all right.
It's a surprise. Just around with a fishy cup.
Someone who's well into sushi. Come on.
Yeah, really into a nice fishy cup.
And turbans, or actually hats like the ladies on the Dubai Airlines.
Exactly like that. So very down with the kids in fashion.
Yes, this is who that's wearing. It's basically an air hostess, Jade.
Hello, welcome to Dubai Airlines. What can I get for you? Don't touch hands if you two are men. Actually, no, it's the other way around. Men can hold hands, but a boyfriend and girlfriend can't. That's what it is. Nuts. Really? Anyway, that gets very political, and that's not what this is for.
Yeah, let's keep it light. Keep it light.
Let's keep it light, lads. Hang on. Let's look at that outfit a minute. What have we got? We've got an entire dress cinched in at the belt. Loving that. With some roses on it. We got red into white roses as well, which is quite interesting.
They're lilies at the bottom. Maybe I'm making that up because
they are lilies.
Often in tarot, roses and lilies appear together as like a sort of a symbol of they often come up in like romantic
life and death
or cards with love.
Well, they're life and death. You know, the lilies.
Oh, yeah.
Lilies are representative flower of death, and roses are often given when you love someone. So it is like it's life, love, and death. That's basically what they both represent. Because immediately, when you just said, you know, like lilies and roses, which are on this, I immediately think of like me and my sister. That's what I think of, like immediately.
Is she younger than you?
No, but she died, and I'm much older than she will ever be. So this is who I think. I think this is who this is.
Wow.
Can I ask randomly?
Go on.
It may not make a difference. What star sign was your sister?
She was a fucking Scorpio.
Oh my God, Jade! The Page of Cups is usually always a water sign, a Scorpio or a Cancer or a Pisces. Almost always a water sign.
So that's correct then. So if that's what you're thinking, then it is her.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, do you know what? It sounds really like I love
my God. And I've the messenger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
messenger.
it's the messenger.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's their messenger cards pages.
She sends me messages all the. Well, I'll be honest with you, girls. Now it's been 10 years. I'm not every time I think of her, I don't cry anymore. I think of her. And sometimes when I am heading towards something that I really, really want, I just look up to the ceiling and I go, sort it out for me, babes. And I'm telling you what, if I choose it correctly, because I did it once and she didn't do it. And then when I didn't get the thing I wanted, I went, I know why I didn't get that. But most of the time, if I do it and I plan it correctly, I look up to the ceiling, I go, sort it out for me, babes. And she does.
Wow.
Okay. She's like, and
that's amazing. I feel like then the advice then of this is that there's something that you want and then she's going to sort it out for you.
Yeah.
Which is lovely.
Currently it's a cup of fish.
Apparently, yeah. Apparently you wanted some sushi, which seems like quite an easy attainable dream.
I fucking love sushi as well. I'm not going to swear.
Yeah. You can say cunt or anything. It's
Smash
fine.
it out the park then.
Yeah, you can just say cunt or anything on here. We really don't care.
It's fine. We don't need to get picked up by
guys. The rose quartz is here. Anytime anyone says cunt, it just gets sapped into here and turned into a love energy. So
that makes me feel so good.
I make up any old shit. This is what I did on the palm reading, girls. I could convince anyone of anything. I'm pretty. Oh, have I disappeared again?
Oh, I can see you.
Oh,
I can see you frozen on mine, but I think I can still hear you. And that's all. I can hear you.
That's all that matters. Well, this is. I feel like this is probably my sister having a visit here.
That's lovely. Then
I love when my granny, who's passed away, comes up in my cards. I fucking love it. It's always just so nice, isn't it? You're like, oh, I feel like someone's got my back.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I always feel that way.
Nice feeling.
I always feel she's.
I love that.
Well, that's how I got spiritual. Was the only way that I could. I mean, obviously, there's probably some psychological thing here that you could. There's some psychological thing here where I'm like, I'm probably doing it myself, and I'm looking at and I'm giving it away to someone else because I couldn't possibly believe that I couldn't do it myself. But also, especially if you're grieving or you've lost that. Wow, you're always grieving, but if you've lost someone, it's just nice to tap into spirituality because otherwise they're just gone. How boring's that? Like. You're on your own. No one knows. You don't have to preach it. You don't have to build a building and stand in front of people wearing fancy outfits and beg them for money. You don't have to do that. You can just think it in your head. And it's actually, I've seen the benefits of it with friends of mine that have gone to AA and NA. The whole religion part of AA and NA always turn AA and NA.
Yeah, it seems a bit scary and cultish.
It turns people off. But it's all about a higher purpose and it's all about something bigger than you, which when you're an addict, all it is about you. But then you go and you were taught by these people that, there's a higher, and this is what this is essentially. I mean, all religion, it's all spirituality is the same. It's all the same principles.
I agree, babe. So Jade, of those 3 cards,
do
you feel any of them resonate as being you? Or do you think these are 3 people in your life?
It's so weird because so pre-psychotherapy I would have gone no, someone else, I'll give it to someone else. And now I've had psychotherapy and if my therapist was watching this, I would have to uncomfortably say the first one is me for sure.
No, that's great. It's a brilliant card.
That's a good one though. That is very, very strong. It's a nice solid,
it's a powerful card. And do you know what, Jade? My signifier card is the Queen of Wands. So I love this as a suit. I love the wand suit. I feel like I resonate with that because it's so it's the most sort of dynamic and action oriented suit. It's great. It's a brilliant card to be, babe.
Well, it's also it'll be my most uncomfortable one of the bunch as well because it's the one I like. you know, like it's interesting that's come up when I'm at the stage I'm at, where I'm having to like become really professional, or I'm gonna, you know, because let's be honest, girls don't get to fail upwards, do we?
No, sadly, they've ruined that for
No.
us.
If you fuck up, you are gone. Unlike the lads who can, you know, have all sorts said about them and they still work. Anyway, gone political. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. I'm sure you two are as well, but as comics, we're really hard on ourselves on everything.
Yes.
I mean, we don't deserve anything more for it, I will say as well. Like, no one needs to give me sympathy. I'm sure you feel the same, but you know, like we are hard on ourselves. So it's interesting that that's come up, is what I'm trying to say.
I agree. We've all got a lot of negative self-talk, comedians. Like that is the thing that unites us. It's deep down. We all think we're pieces of shit. And it unites us all. But we're all wonderful people. Apart from Sarah, who's looking uncomfortable, who apparently...
Sarah, do you love yourself? Like in a great way?
No.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I definitely think that I am one of the worst comedians
Sarah.
out there. So yeah, I think we all pretty much think we're shit most of the time, no?
Nah, well, both me and Carly know that's not true, but yeah, that's not true. It's just you couldn't possibly have that title, Sarah Isles. I didn't hear the rest of what you said. I just went blah, 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 blah.
No, that's what she said. That's what she said, Jade. She was just sat there.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
But yeah, no, that self-doubt, all of that critical. I mean, let's be honest, it ain't just comics, it's everyone, isn't it? Yeah, but you know, we're always, you know, we do an impression of a confident person for your entertainment.
Well, I can just fake
You're
it.
welcome.
Really confidence. Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. You're fucking welcome. We're crying inside.
We cry after each show. Should we talk about hate?
Yeah, let's
move
on
to more hate.
Yes, talk about hate. Thanks, Jim. Thanks, Jim. It's
thanks,
good to have
Jim.
you there, Jim. It's like the omniscient Jim. Sarah, why don't you introduce our next fabulous section?
Yes, so we are going to do the next section, which is what's in the freezer.
So, Boom! Let me out! It's fucking freezing in here!
Yeah, so there we go. We have the wonderful thank you. But every time it cracks me up.
We're still riding high on his praise, and he just forgot to press the button. It's like, yeah, I am a really nice person.
My favourite bit about that was just how long and awkward it was. It took for it to go up.
It did actually get a little bit awkward there for a while, didn't it? I mean, I was actually going to think it's not going to happen, and I was just going to go into the explanation.
I was dying.
And then,
I was dying inside. Yeah.
Yeah. We styled it out really well, though, don't you think? Like, no one was aware it was awkward.
Jade didn't know what was going on, bless her.
Yeah,
if they turn this show into a TV show, you must keep that length of pause, because
Absolutely.
It'll just, like Mrs. Brown's Boys, it's got to be like that. That's the shit.
And it could be a nice test for the guests. You can see how long they can handle it. And then add on a second or two each week.
Yeah.
Just see how, and then so at one point it's like 10 seconds. You're like, yeah.
Don't tell them it's going to happen like we did with Jade. Just keep it natural. Don't tell them how awkward it's going to be.
I don't need any prep, girls. I'll just jump on.
Exactly.
Right, so, let me explain about what's in the freezer. We won't do the thing again. So what's in the freezer is basically it's a spell. And it's something that I was taught by my aunt when I was younger, and I've always done. So this is a spell where if there's someone that is pissing you off, or they've got bad energy, you don't want them in your life anymore, or it's a thing that is just making a real negative vibe, and you want to freeze their power but not do them any harm, then what you do is you want to put them in the freezer. So you write the name or thing down on a bit of paper, fold it up, put it in an ice cube tray, fill with water, freeze, and then just leave it at the back of your freezer. Yes, I do have a whole shelf now dedicated to hate, and especially this show. And I'm all right with it. I'm actually really quite comfortable
Sarah's
with
freezer has limited space, so what we're going to do is we are going to take a nomination from Jade and a nomination from Sarah, and whoever you, the lovely viewers, decide is most deserving of being frozen, Sarah will put in her freezer. So Jade, my darling, as our lovely guest, would you like to go first or second with your nomination?
So this is the issue. Like I couldn't ever do a public. I don't do public witch hunts. Funnily enough, talking of witches, so I can't genuinely. It would have to be someone of a public personality, wouldn't it? Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I know who's going in. She's the devil. She's anti-spirituality. She's done awful things to women. She's implemented loads of landfill. I think she is terrible. Kris Jenner is going in the freezer.
We haven't had Kris Jenner yet.
Kris Jenner's going in.
Dave.
She's going in because I am known to like moan about the Kardashians. I do it.
Yeah.
I just think if it helps any teenager realize that that's like not cool, I don't give a shit. So I am on my hill. I'll stand on my hill, but all of it's Kris Jenner's fault. All of it. That woman has got problems with wanting to be famous, and she's roped her entire life into it. And everyone doesn't know because they're so bamboozled by all the attention. They don't know that they've just been pulled into this like
vacuum.
Yeah. So she's going in.
Oh, I fucking love that as a nomination. I actually had never, watched any of the Kardashians, like almost out of protest until lockdown 1. And then I watched all of the fucking Kardashians, and
if you boil down
toxicity,
the girls film themselves fighting with each other and beating each other up. It's awful. Like, and put that out for public consumption. Yeah, I've had some when my sister was alive, I've had some fights with her that neither of us would have been very proud about at all, because siblings, that relationship is so important, it's just like, it's something that no one else can touch. It's the most intimate bloody relationship you've got. So fights are like intense.
Oh, they're horrible. Horrible.
And they're just filming it and they're putting it on the telly.
The thing, I remember the episode that I found really shocking. I find it really shocking how Kris Jenner basically just sort of sends her children off to do semi-pornographic like shoots.
What?
That really upsets me. Like when she's standing there and there's like a Playboy shoot going on, and I'm just like, I just don't understand.
She's telling them to take more clothes off as well.
Yeah, and she's going, oh, you can do topless. And I'm just like, this is mental. Can you imagine anyone's mum doing this?
My mum worked at Asda. She wouldn't do shit like that.
Yeah. No, it's my mum was always trying to make me put more clothes on. Like, oh no, cover your wee legs up or you'll get frozen. Like,
do you know what? It was really funny. My mum and I do talk about the opposite of that, because my sister very rarely liked wearing makeup or getting dressed up because she was so naturally, so she just didn't care. And my mum would send her back upstairs to put more makeup on and put a shorter skirt on, because it was just like Nan's walking down the stairs.
Okay. Oh, we've got Jose.
Hi, Jose.
Jose Cabral de Sampaio. Hello.
Jose's got a thing for Sarah.
That's fine. Hello, Jose.
Yeah.
Hope you're well.
Oh, there's your girlfriend. Sarah, do you want to do your nomination for the freezer?
Yes.
So that Jose can just like get lost in your eyes?
Yeah, but he's welcome. So my nomination for the freezer this week is, so some of you is obviously because comedy is pretty much in the shitter right now, is I have a part-time job working from home, and I had to deal with some customer service this week. So I would like to personally put customer service into the freezer, but specifically American customer service. I don't know if any of you have ever experienced this, but I had to email an American company and had to be like, hi, this is the issue. Could you just tell me yes or no as part of my job? Their response is, hi, my name's Kirsten. I work for ADP. I'm an Aries. I've been working with the company for like 2 years. I'm so happy to be helping you. Like, fuck off, Kirsten. It's just yes or no. I don't need your whole backstory. What the fuck is this? So then I was getting really wound up, and I was like, could you imagine if we had that here? Like the equivalent of England.
It wouldn't happen. No one would do it.
With the company for 5 years. Fucking hate my boss. I don't know what I am. And
hello there. My name's Gail. I'm a Pisces. I'm 65 years old, and I work on the fish counter at Asda.
Yeah. No one gives a fuck, Gail. And that's what I was thinking. I was like, it's so self-indulgent to give me all of that information about yourself. And at the end of it, I was just like, I didn't feel like I could just reply with, thank you. You know, as you would, like, thanks, kind regards, Sarah. So I had to be like, what do I be like? Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm a Gemini. I do a weekly show with my friend Carly. It's about tarot. I've been doing tarot for about 5 years. Like, fuck off. No one cares.
The thing is, there is a group of people there's a huge demographic of people in America who are cool and they like art and stuff like that, and they're a little bit more switched on, not even just like in art, but like music and being interested in that. But there are like and then there's the other group of people that we won't talk about, and then there is there's a group of people who are like Americans, and you meet them in hotels and they have no inner monologue. So like, oh my god, there's a bread roll, I'm gonna eat that, and then I'm gonna put some cheese inside of that. What do you want, dear? She always has porridge. She like porridge. Do you want that now? There. And I was like, all of this you can do in your head. You don't need to say any of that.
No, but it's unbearable. And I was like, I can't. I'd like to consider myself a nice, polite person, but
Sarah, you are nice, but you do speak your mind. I'm sorry, of all my friends,
in a very polite way.
Yeah, no, you are British. You are British. But no, you are polite, and then you turn around and go, fucking bitch, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Like the minute they're out of earshot, Sarah will have
out of earshot. I just talk about them behind their backs like a regular person.
Yeah, like a British person. Like a British person. Oh, I'm not immuning myself from that. I will
everyone, we've all got that person inside of us, all just like, we've all like we've all got it.
I'm a huffer. People in customer service know I don't like them when I go
tatters.
I'm a huff or
I'm a strong
I don't fully tut. I love large exhales. Awful when my asthma's playing up because it's just like a horrible death rattle, like a crackle at them. Like, anyway, Jay, that's my ex unite.
That's
Sarah,
what really.
Can I just play devil's advocate with you for a moment?
You can tell I'm asthmatic. In reach, 3 inhalers. Anyway,
Jade's fine about the pandemic. She's not nervous at all. That's like me. Every bag, like 1 million inhalers. Sarah, devil's advocate. What would you do? Okay, so you want to put customer service in the
American customer service.
Okay, so all American customer service for the whole of America.
All of it.
What do you think that world would be like where there's just no customer service?
It'll be like a place called Britain, won't it?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, like,
there's no
I've got an issue. They're like, don't give a fuck, mate. Turn it off and on again.
Great. Okay, I love that. Okay, in that case, let's do this. So we have got competing for the freezer. We've got Kris Jenner, and we have got American customer service. Please vote for your favourite by typing away in the comments. And while you are doing that, we're going to do one of my favourite parts of the show, where we're going to read cards for you. So. If you haven't already requested a reading, we're going to do 1 card readings about either a specific question that you have, or we can just pull your card. Just say like, hey girls, draw me a card. So let's see who we've got. Jade, obviously I know you don't necessarily have a deck there, but like use your intuition, babe. You're a psychic, so join in.
I've got a deck of cards. I've got a deck of card reading.
Oh, have you?
Here. Yeah.
So you got it.
Great. Should we do this with Jade if you want to join in as well?
But these are like art cards. Ooh. They're like tarot, but they're all artists, and you interpret their art, and it gives you a little thingy of it.
Wow.
Do you know what happened now is I've done this big announcement, and now you got.
Hang on, I'm going to do something. Give me 1 second. Are they like I've got similar? Hold on.
Art oracle cards? Yeah.
You want me to pull a card for Stephen whilst we're searching for our cards?
I don't. Do you know what? I don't know where it is, and I don't think we've got time for me to search that.
I tell you what. Shall I pull a card for Stephen? Meanwhile?
Yeah. Sorry, Jade. I've got these, which are like artist cards. Are they the same? Oh snap! These are fabulous. If you can find them, Jade, join in. But Sarah, for now, let's give Stephen a reading because he's waited long enough.
Stephen, very strong card this week. So Stephen, you've got the death card. So obviously, this is actually one of my favourite cards.
I think Stephen's had that before.
I think you might have done, because I remember when I got my earrings made, and I had like one earring that was the magician and the other one that was death. So death is obviously a major arcana card, and this is endings and also beginnings. So this is like and a lot of people think that death is a bad card, and it's really not. That's why it's one of my favorite cards. So it's usually positive change. And also with death, as you can see, he's riding along on his little horse there over bodies that are now dead. It's a really nice happy card, but it's basically just saying that change is coming whether you want it to or not. So this is something that you can't change, you can't control it, and it is coming. But I always feel like you should embrace change as a positive thing, and especially if it means end of lockdown, maybe some new opportunities, then this is a really good positive thing for you. I don't know if either of you would like to add anything to that.
Just the keywords I would use would be like transition, transformation. Think of like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. It's painful at first. Well, it's actually happening, or like uncomfortable. But once it happens, you know, you're in a new chapter of your life. It's all good. It's all good in the hood, baby. Jade, anything you want to add for Stephen's advice for his life? Oh, Jade, you're on mute again, babe.
I think Jade's on mute. Okay, should we have the next card, please, Jim? Next person who would like. Katie Ann, hello, Katie Ann, welcome back.
Katie Ann. Shall I do you one, Katie Ann?
Hi, Katie Ann.
We'll give Katie Ann a little shuffle. Right. So I like to actually cut the deck when I'm reading for the viewers. Okay. Yeah, okay. I used to find this one really difficult. Okay, so we have got here the old 7 of Cups. So this is a card about choices. So as you can see, this guy has got loads of cups in front of him, and they're all filled with different things. You've got like a random blue head, like a red shining handkerchief, a snake, you know, all the things that you might want in life. But he doesn't actually know which cup to choose. He's feeling confused about all the choices that he's going to make, and this card is about choices, but also about the opportunities that those choices can bring you. And also, this card does have a sort of like a weird sort of, not negative connotation, but like an advice and a warning, which is to avoid wishful thinking. Make your choices based on like the facts rather than just sort of wishful thinking and dreaminess. And make sure that you've got all of the information in front of you before you make choices this week. Make sure you can see it clearly rather than just going for any random thing, which is what I would probably do. Anyone else want to add for Katie Ann?
I think that was a spot on reading, personally. Jade?
Well, I mean, I'm going with you girls. You know the tarot, but it sounds correct.
Thanks, Jade. Jose.
Jose Cabral di Sampaio.
Shall I do Jose?
Yeah. Sarah always has to do Jose.
It's just something that we do, isn't it?
Jose loves you, Sarah. I think it's so nice.
I know, it's nice.
With Jose.
Yeah, I always have
every week.
Jose.
That's why we were actually doing this live stream, Jade.
This is an ongoing saga that everyone needs to know about. Sarah and Jose.
Well, he said last week on Valentine's Day he wanted to take me on a date, which was very nice. But then I think he lives quite far away. So
yeah, Jose. I can't remember, where do you live? Please leave in the comments.
Yeah, remind us where you live, Jose.
Your full address, Jose. No, not your full address.
Okay, well, Mr. Moneybags.
Oh, Jose, Sarah's coming.
So this card, as you can see, sorry, it is the 10 of coins. And obviously, whenever we talk about tens, obviously we do talk about sort of like endings and the end of a cycle. But this one's quite nice. So this one is about sort of like inheritance. So it's about money, and it's maybe sort of like getting some money, maybe from your family. You're going to sort of inherit something, and it's sort of around wealth and luxury and things like that. So it's a really nice, positive card. So I don't know if maybe you come from a wealthy family and you're going to get some inheritance, or maybe this is something that is coming up, but it's quite a nice, it's like a nice family sort of card as well. It's sort of like a warm and fluffy thing. So it's a very positive. Sarah has lots of rage. Yes, she does.
Hi, Lisa.
Lisa, hello, babe. I'm so glad you're watching.
Smalls, Jade, is there anything you would like to add?
Well, what I want to add is, Jose, I hear you, babe. I can see your money, and you know what? Sarah's up for it, baby.
There for it, hun.
Look, if that wasn't like, you know, like a peacock fluffing its feathers spiritually towards Sarah over there, Jose, even your cards are screaming out to her, mate.
Absolutely, and I agree. I actually really love this card. Rich got this card, so either it's about you know, dynasty and money coming down, but also it could be that you now need to start.
My Rich got this card.
Yeah, your Rich got this card. But it may also be that you need to actually start prepping for long-term success, for long-term financial stability. You have to make moves for that. You have to think about, you know, especially, I don't know what your situation is, especially if you've got kids, you need to think about how you're going to actually make that dollar, and not just make it in a quick buck, in a sustainable way. I mean, especially like, say, for example, I'm just speaking completely hypothetically here, like if you were dating a comedian, like hypothetically completely, and that she didn't earn a lot of money because obviously the industry had gone to shit, you know, this is your time that you can maybe, you know, save up for yourself and potentially her, you know, which is quite nice. Yeah. Poor Jose.
Hypothetically.
I don't even know Jose, but I think he'd get eaten
I'm
alive.
so sorry. Jose, I hope you know this is all tongue in cheek.
I
All
think
tongue in cheek, my
spiritual.
love.
I think
Tongue
what's
everywhere.
happened. I think what's happened is Jose and I have connected, and actually, I think that car's been thrown from me over to Jose.
Oh.
I feel like Jose, I've embodied you, and that card was coming to me because that makes a lot, especially if Rich got it as well. Like, what's going on, mate?
Yeah, sort out your finances,
Jose, I see you.
I love that we're now intimidating the viewers. That's my favorite.
I'm so sorry, Jose.
And I'm not looking away. I see you, and I'm not fucking looking away, Jose. Jim, do we have any more people that would like a card pulled for them, my love? Oh, Kev,
a card when the time comes, please. Kev, that was
so polite, so polite. Jade, have you found your oracle cards, or shall I draw a card for Kev?
I think she's muted again.
She's muted. Me or
Do you
her?
want
Okay,
to?
Kev, I'll draw you a card, Kev. Give you a little shuffle. All right. Let's see what you've got. I should do Kev's card actually because he did buy me a pizza this week. Thank you for that very much, Kev. I appreciate it.
Oh, where's mine?
Yeah. Well, basically last week, Kev felt sorry for me because I was accidentally the face of Pizza Express, and I had to hand make my own pizza like I was some fucking peasant.
It's a big drum.
They sent me the ingredients, and it was just really awful, Jade, and I actually can't speak about it again. But here we go, Kev. This is what you've got. You have got the 9 of Wands. So this is the card of courage, persistence, and keeping the faith, and just being resilient. You may feel like things around you are testing you. You may feel like it's out of your control, but you have the power to stay the course. Even if, like this guy on the card, he looks a bit like sad and shitty and like beaten down, but he's still there. He's still going. He's like, I think this is quite a good card for all of us actually in lockdown at the moment. Yeah. You're still there. You're still doing it. You're all right, Kevin. Thank you.
And there's not that much longer to go because like it's obviously 9, so therefore it's almost coming to the end with the 10. So that's just something to remind yourself that you're almost there. It's getting there. Just keep on persevering.
Yeah, I love it. Jade, anything you want to add for Kev?
That just sounds all great. I mean, I'm like feeling.
Yes,
I saw Jade live. What are you eating, Jade?
Just a chewing gum. I thought I'd go a bit like. I do apologise.
No, I like
I'm
it. No, you look.
chomping.
No, I was just jealous. I just see food and go, I want some. Right, Sarah or Sarah, can you think about putting the people who come up to you in the street with a clipboard?
Chuggers.
Is that for the freezer? Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Sarah. Let's do them next week. I'll enter them into it next week with the guest, and we'll have a comp and see who comes out, and we'll get
chuggers.
Them in. Yeah, chuggers. They're so enthusiastic.
So shall I
Emma.
Emma?
Yeah, give Emma a card. It's also samey, Emma. I know. It's shit, isn't it? There's only so much Drag Race UK and Married at First Sight Australia I can handle.
So good, isn't it?
Oh.
I mean, amazing. I do an Instagram live. Oh, sorry, Sarah. And what's her face? Jessica from Married at First Sight Australia watches my Instagram lives where I'm basically just slagging them all off, and including her. Like, I'm indiscriminate. And she it tells me how funny it is. So I'm just going to carry on being a fucking super fan.
Be a Chopsy super fan. They're the best.
Yeah. I don't really think there's any kind people left in the game apart from Jules and Cam. Anyway, Sarah, sorry to interrupt. That's right. Once again, I'm talking about Married at First Sight Australia.
So this is the card that actually got pulled for myself earlier, Emma. I'm not sure if you saw the beginning of the show. So this is, I think this is a really nice card actually. So it is, I don't know if you can see, it is the 9 of coins, and it's just like a luxury card, a sort of abundance, and you're feeling quite in touch with nature, but also you've kind of got enough money that you can feel like you can treat yourself. So obviously Carly's advice to me earlier when I got this card is maybe treat yourself this week and pamper yourself and give yourself something nice because you deserve it. And so sort of my luxury thing, my go-to is always a bit of wine. Pre-lockdown I used to get my nails done and do things like that. Jose, you're welcome. Like that card. Sorry, back in the game.
You two, come on.
So Emma, this is a really nice card, and it's just saying really treat yourself this week and enjoy the money and the luxuries that you have.
There we go. You managed to get through it.
Oh my God, Sarah Alice, Jose, have you slipped into Sarah's DMs yet? Yes, she's like DMs. I wish. Jose,
no,
stop hiding behind a GIF. Give us your real face, mate.
Do you know what? I've been wanting to see his real face for weeks now, Jade.
Stop catfishing us, mate. We've seen the programme.
Oh, we did know that he was Portuguese.
I love
Portuguese.
Sarah.
Obrigado.
Yeah, absolutely. It's only a play.
I love how invested you are in this. Thank you. I really
Sarah,
love
that's the only reason people are still watching this. Apart from our amazing humour, this is the reason why people watch to the fucking end. It's the will they, won't they.
Stephen Geary's up for it as well. Stephen Geary's coming, and it's off. And Stephen Geary is
Anyone
coming
else?
up on the front for the Sarah Isles.
Oh, Sarah Ellis has already had a card, Jim. She got the 9 of coins. Wow, I don't think any of us need to even speak. Loving the show, Jay. Oh, thank you, Elisa. We love you so much.
Don't be scared.
Sarah Ellis.
I love Sarah Ellis.
I don't know who Sarah Ellis is, but I
She
really
is a
love
queen.
your support.
She's a fucking. I returned from England.
Oh,
No,
they
trying
to be
come
England.
a Yale.
Okay.
I can
That's so
be
sad.
your hero, baby.
We just missed each other, Sarah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I will stand by you forever.
Oh, so he's not in England. He's
Jade's
in
going to sing
Portugal.
you down the aisle. I'm good. What?
Yes,
Leave
Kev.
me out of this, Kev. Like,
No,
leave me
bring her
out of
into
this.
it. Bring her into it.
Sarah,
Okay,
don't
so
try
we
and
have
deflect. We have no more cards to read. Let's see.
Who's going in the freezer?
We've got the big question. Was anyone even voting, or were you all just trying to make Sarah and Jose happen? Were any of you fuckers even voting? Oh, Customer Sarah to the freezer. Hooray.
I'm never going to win. I'm fighting a losing battle.
Sorry, Jade.
I feel you, Jade. To be fair, it was a very strong entry this week. But next week, we're going to have Chuggers versus whoever our guest next week. Javier Hakeem is on next week, so we'll see what he comes up with and if he can compete. That is the end of our show. Before we go, Jade, please can you just plug anything you want to plug and do your thing?
Well, I've got a link tree which links you to all the stuff I've done, including an Amazon Prime special. But I would love everyone to come and listen to my new podcast, Laughable, which is every Wednesday with Garrett and Red. And it's all the news that falls down the back of the sofa. It's very funny. You're going to love it.
Great.
I'm so happy. That sounds amazing. And I have actually seen Jade's special on Amazon, and it is brilliant. So please check it out. Sarah, do you have anything you want to plug?
I think I've been plugged enough. I actually have to say thank you to everyone that was invested in that. That was so much fun. You are all absolutely lovely viewers and supporters of my love life.
We have great.
If you would like to find out the next saga of Sarah and Jose, then follow me on Instagram. I'm a fighter regarding love ladies. I'm not sure what that means, but
you are ruining it. Go away. Stop talking, Jose. You're going to hide that, and right at the end,
welcome, Carly.
And Stephen Geary wins the race. Well done, Stephen Geary. You can come and collect your prize tomorrow evening at Sarah's address. She'll leave it with you at the end. That has been the Derby race with Sarah Isles, and Stephen Geary has won. Round of applause for Stephen Geary.
Well done, Stephen Geary. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you have won Sarah's prize. I'm going to plug the things I do this week. I am doing on Tuesday night, 9:30 on Instagram Live. Obviously, I'm talking about Married at First Sight Australia. So if there are any fans, get on that. I'm doing that with Elisa Kyria, who is also watching. She's going to be chatting bollocks with me. And then on Friday, I am releasing my first episode of my podcast, because what the fuck else is there to do right now other than record yourself talking? It's called The Truth Club. And I'm going to release it on Friday if I understand how to work the technology. So all the stuff is on my my Instagram, all that shit is scrolling down below. Anyway,
do that.
Exactly. Do these. Sorry, it's all in mirror image, and I find it really difficult.
Just do it like that.
Oh, it's like we're touching hands. That's nice. People have got places to be. Imagine we did the next 10 minutes. Thank you very much for watching. We love you. Bye.
Thanks for watching Tarot Nice to Meet You, which is produced by Comedy Hotspot. See you next Sunday at 7 p.m.